Well, howdy and welcome to Drive Time on my way to rodeo here tonight in Vegas. It's PBR night. Professional bull riders are in town, and it's been an interesting couple of last days. Spent the week teaching a bunch of people about how to take their business to at least $100 million or $1 billion a year, and re-strategizing, remarketing, and re-sales purposing their entire business. And here we are on Saturday night. Unfortunately, my Golden Knights just fell to the Habs. Congratulations, Canada, Montreal Canadiens. You guys took the Knights. That's well done. You got our boy Tomas Tatar, and you took him down. Well, tonight I want to use Drive Time to chat about something near and dear to my heart, and that is being in business for yourself. You know, I often get times to, let me just take this off so we're easy. Yeah, the car's driving itself, don't panic. Oftentimes in business, I get to chat with a lot of young people about, do they want to be an employer or an employee? Do they want to go out and get a job, or do they actually want to build themselves a business of their own? Do they want to build themselves that's something that is capable of sustaining themselves, build an asset that works so they don't have to? And a lot of the time I get stuck with this whole conversation because all our kids are trained how to be employees, not employers. They don't grow up wanting to be entrepreneurs. And you know, unfortunately, as adults, that just continues. It's not like it's with us. And so, you know, I struggle with educating a lot of people around this, because the fact is that if you want true freedom, see, people seem to think that, you know, having a job is security. Not really. A job, you got one customer. You annoy the boss, you're out. You know, having a business where you got 100 customers, 1,000 customers, that's real security. You know, absolutely, people say, oh, it's more risky to go into business for yourself. Absolutely. If you don't know what you're doing, it is way more risky. But that's the same as jumping out of an airplane. It's more risky if you don't know what you're doing. You know, I think going into business for yourself is one of the best decisions I ever got to make in my entire life. And I'm pretty proud of the fact that, you know, since about 15 years of age, I've had a business of some sort. I did work a job for a little period of time, but let me tell you the top 5 reasons I think being an employer is better than being an employee. Number 1, you're the boss. You know, you get to be the boss. The buck stops with you. And that's it's a two-edged sword, I guess, because, you know, that means it all stops with you and it starts with you. You got to have the self-discipline. You got to have all of those wonderful traits that make a business owner a business owner. You know, I see a lot of business owners that they start their own business, but they're still like an employee. They're still waiting for someone to tell them what to do or tell them to get really going with this thing. And of course, they don't succeed. You know, if you're going to be an owner, be an owner. Own the business, build a plan, do the right things, act like a business owner. And understand the difference between owners' work and employees' work. You hear me teach the statement, leverage. Well, leverage is about doing the work once, getting paid long-term or forever, and that's owner's work. Owner's work is where you do the work once, get paid long-term. If you do the work once and get paid once, that's employees' work. If you're an owner and you're doing a lot of employees' work, you can't expect to make any more money than an employee would make. Second reason you want to be in business for yourself is that you're building both an asset and a cash flow. See, if you're only working a job, then you're building a cash flow. Yeah, you might get paid more as you go along in life, but you get paid more as you go along in life owning your own business. But if you own your own business, you're also building a saleable asset. So you get paid twice in business, whereas you only get paid once when you're owning a job. If you own a job, you've got to invest, so you have to make twice as much to build assets as you would if you own a business, where you're building an asset both ways. Third reason I would say go into business for yourself is that, I mean, if I can be really straightforward about this, put yourself to an actual test in this game. Don't go into the game half-hearted. Don't do half a job. You know, if you're building wealth for someone else, what was that saying many years ago? And I sort of put it a different way. I said, you know, if you don't go to work building your own dream, you'll spend your life working for someone else's dream. You know, and I think that that's a very big reality. But put yourself to the ultimate test. You know, use all of your skill sets, use all of your knowledge base. Make sure that you're actually building something that, you know, you'll be proud of and all that thing. Fourth reason I love being a business owner is I get to give people jobs. I get to help people feed their family. I get to help people learn, grow. I get to give people jobs every day. All of our companies around the world, we get to give people jobs in 80 some odd countries now that my companies operate in. And I sit back and I think about that, how cool is it that every single day people get to go home and feed their family and take care of their family and pay for their house because, hey, they're working a job that I created for them. I created these jobs for people. I think that's fantastic. Not only that, you get to help create community. You get to help build an asset base for the community. Those businesses give back long term. And the fifth and final reason I think going into business for yourself, I'm pretty blunt about the things I say. And when we sit here in the Tesla on drive time, and my kids always harass me saying, "G'day, welcome to the Tesla." Thanks, Kens. Thanks, Cobe. The freedom that comes from having your own business, the time freedom, the ability to do what you want to do and build a business that works around your life of what you want it to be. I set my businesses up so that they work the life that I want. Yeah, I get to work when I feel like it. I get to travel when I want to. I get to build conferences all around the world in cities and countries I want to travel to and my wife and kids want to travel to. But the freedom of having your own business is one of the most brilliant things about it. So listen, if you got raising kids, if it's yourself, if you've got a bit of an entrepreneurial flair and you're sitting there thinking, hey, I've always wanted to be in business myself, then good, do it. But learn first, learn how to do it. Read the books, go to the events, learn from seminars, get a mentor or a coach. Do the learning. Don't invest your life savings if you've got no idea what you're doing. I also suggest highly for those of you first time round, go and get a franchise. Join a company that's already there that has all of the kinks worked out. Don't do all the learning on your first business. Do some of the learning on that. But anyway, be good. Have a great night. It's Saturday here in Vegas. I'm going to go and watch some amazing athletes at the PBR and have a great time with a bunch of friends and my kids and stuff. But listen, teach your kids to be employers, not employees. Teach your kids to want to be entrepreneurs and grow up and build great companies. Have a great night from me to you. Thanks for being here on Drive Time. Thanks for sharing it with your friends. I know that a lot of you are sharing it these days, and that's really a great thing to know about. So take care. Bye for now.